So in this situation, since you have to look at every property, do you see the let's say the office building, right? How are you thinking about the strategy, the marketing strategy? I need floor plans. What if this is vacant? This is already rented out. What if that will become vacant tomorrow and I don't have a plan for it? So what kind of products, tools you are offering to your clients to make sure that it's an easy transaction for you to deal with the buyer or with the tenant or whatever else?
Well, yeah, and it works the same for both. You need to do the old who, what, where, when, and why. And if you're able to answer all of those questions, you're able to meet for example, the landlord's needs, but more importantly, you're able to meet the buyer's needs or the tenant's needs, if you're leasing an office building, for example. And so, yeah, I need an exact survey of the space or a site plan of the space. I need to know how I access it. I need to know if there's a loading dock or some other area. Are there amenities in the building? How's the parking? Getting in and out. Am I at a traffic light? All of those things that can mean a lot. How far away are we from the highway? And so these are important things. And you really touched on something that's very important. I'm putting in, the Lucy Edwards Corporation, and I need to understand that Lucy Edwards is growing. Or perhaps this is your last stop, and you're saying, Paul, I'm consolidating. This is where I'm going to be writing it out, and that's a very different plan. But if you tell me, and I come from your office, and you tell me, we're growing, and I'd like to be in this area. Well, then I ought to be looking at an office building that can accommodate your growth. And so I'll talk to the landlord about a stacking plan, for example, to figure out whether or not is there space that might be coming available in the next year or two next to Lucy's space? Or might there be space the floor below and we can put a staircase in, or we can do something creative and innovative. So you're very right. It's about anticipating it. If you look at it as a transaction alone, well, then you can put a notch on your belt and say, yes, I put Lucy Edwards in 10,000 square feet of space and I'm done.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. But the landlord would think better of me if I told the landlord that Lucy's thinking of expanding and she's thinking that's 12 to 18 months out. And he might be able to say, this guy is, the next door tenant is not renewing, or they are renewing, but they want less space. I can open that space up for you. That's a lot more forward thinking. And you're happy because you don't have to come back to me and say, Paul, I told you I was expanding and there's no place for me to go in this building. And you don't want one office on the 4th floor and another on the 8th floor. So it's
a strategy. It
is a strategy. And you have to have the passion for it and look at it and think, how can I make that work? It is creative solutions to real estate problems.